Hey guys, Goat Mumbler here. Thanks for checking in. Unless you've been adrift in a life raft in the middle of the ocean, under a rock, in a coma, probably hadn't heard about this. Glock 42. But the rest of us have. Here it is. Pretty sweet, huh? Cruising a gun show last Saturday. Looking for a new holster for a project. Plus, checking out the knives and stuff. Had no intention of buying a gun. But I thought I'd just check out the prices on the new 42 and see if anybody had any. Now, right across the street from my office is a large regional law enforcement distributor for Glock. And I go over there quite a bit just to check things out. And I went over there, I think it was around the 15th, 18th of January, something like that, and they had the new 42 over there. I got a chance to handle it. And man, I'm going, that thing is sweet. It's awesome, but I don't need another 380. They had them priced at $399. Law enforcement price is quite a bit cheaper, but to the general public's $399. But if you're a regular guy, it's going to be hard to get one. The waiting list is pretty long over there. They have gotten over 100 of them in stock, but have sold them all pretty quick. Most going to law enforcement. Actually, all but about 4 or 5, I think. Where we trade regularly, they've got them priced at $449, and they've only gotten 3 so far, and obviously those sold pretty quick. So I kind of had my benchmark of what the prices are going to be on this thing. It's going to range from $400 to $450, something like that. So cruising through the gun show, checking out the different distributors, see what they have, see what the prices are. Well, there's a couple of ass wipes in there thinking they got the new iPhone 12 and you just can't live without it, and there's not going to be any more made and all that stuff. Had these new Glock 42s priced at over $500. I just hate that because we're, hey, we're all kind of brothers in arms here. We all need to be sticking together. Let's not gouge everybody. But of course, there's also those idiots that are selling bricks of 22 ammo for $100 too. Those are other guys that karma will catch up with them sooner or later too. So anyway, I'm checking out the prices, and there's some guys that are really stupid, and there's some guys that are a little more reasonable, $469, $475. But there was one guy that had them priced at $429. And I kind of made a mental note of it, and I said, hey, that's not too bad. That's really close to $399. And I'm cruising around checking things out, and I kept thinking, that's only $30. And we're probably going to get one eventually. Maybe I ought to go give it another look. I'm not a big Glock queer, and I don't have to have every model they make, but I do like my Glocks. We own several of them. This was the first weapon that my wife purchased. She researched it on her own and gravitated towards a Glock and made a deal on one, and she likes them. So yeah, we like them. Yeah, they're ugly, they're boxy, they're not sexy. They're all black. Nothing trick going on here, but a couple things you can say about them. They work. They eat that ammo. Doesn't matter what you throw through there, they'll take care of it. And it's got a pretty good trigger. So, having said that, there's damn sure not anything wrong with the Glock. Plus, they're fun to shoot. I've taken several people to the range, let them shoot a variety of my guns, and once they get the Glock, they're going, man, that thing's cool. That thing's fun to shoot. Well, I agree. But I didn't think we had to have this one right now. But I also knew that when my wife goes into the gun store, and hopefully she's not going in there by herself, though sometimes she does, comes home with stuff like this. Because our manager over there, he knows the plan. My wife walks around with a little neon sign above her head, says, hey, I need to see the latest guns, He's going to put this in her hand, and she'll say, I'll take it, and not even ask about the price. So at least this way, I get to control what we're paying for it. And as an added bonus, I get to say, honey, I was thinking about you at the gun show, and I just knew you would love this gun after I held it. I knew it'd be perfect for you. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and bought it for you. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it worked pretty good, when I brought it home, and hey, and it is Saturday, and maybe the goat mumbler gets a little special thank you later on in the night, if you know what I mean. Whoa. Anyway, let's get back to the important stuff here. Get back on track. How about the size difference on these things? Some people are promoting this as a pocket pistol. Nah, I don't know. If you're Hickok 45 and you're like 6'2", 3, 4, whatever that guy is, I mean, his big ass jeans, he can put a 911 in the pocket, won't be a problem, but not so much for us mere mortals. Here's my little Ruger LCP, which is my everyday carry. You don't have to have 20/20 vision to figure out. Okay, let's just put it down. You can tell this thing's much bigger. She who must be obeyed. Her little Sig P238. Told you she had good taste in guns and men, of course. Yeah, a little bit of difference there. Okay, it's all right. Now there's obviously some other ones out there pretty popular. The Kel-Tec P238, is that what it is? And Taurus, I think it's at 738, something like that. Very small, even lighter than this. Those are what I consider true pocket pistols. I mean, just very small, very lightweight, easy to carry. That's why I carry this one. I like it. Can you carry this? Oh, you betcha. Pocket pistol, I don't know. Depends on how big your pockets are. But can you make it easily concealable, and is it going to be comfortable? You bet. Look at the thinness of this thing. I mean, it's, and it's lightweight. It's all polymer, so it's going to be very comfortable. Pocket pistol, in my opinion, no. Your mileage may vary, so it's whatever you think it is, it is. Now, I'm not going to get off in the weeds about the specs. You can go look at the various websites, compare them side by side. Important things to me and to most people is, hey, what's it weigh? How many rounds does it hold? How long is the barrel? Okay, well, here we go. On the weights, the Glock 42 weighs 13 3/4 ounces, 13.76. LCP, 9.4. And the P238, you have to understand this is not a polymer pistol. Basically a mini 1911, big ass hammer and a external safety. It's going to be heavy, 15.2. Fits in your pocket pretty well, but you know it's there. On the barrel lengths, 42 is the longest. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. 3 1/4, 3.25. My little LCP baby, 2.75, so ½ inch shorter, and about the same on the 238. I think it's 2.7, 2.72, something like that, right in there. All of these are 6+1 capacity, so as far as that goes, we're all singing out of the same hymnal there. What about the price? Well, I already told you about the price on this thing. Once this thing settles down, you should be able to walk in and buy it just about anywhere. On the low end, for probably $430, $435 if you can get a smoking deal on it. Up to $450, $465, something like that. LCPs you can buy all day for $300, $300 to $325. Okay, I got a new one that came out just this year with a stainless slide. If that turns your crank, probably have to spend a little more. Not really fair here. It's a Sig, so you ain't shopping at Walmart here, buddy. They make them in several colors, several varieties, several flavors. You're starting in the $600 range, and it usually doesn't go down from there. So there you are, 600 plus, 400 plus, 300. So there's a difference, big difference there, and something to think about on the pricing. And yeah, there's cheaper pocket pistols out there. Kel-Tec, I think you're talking about 260, 255, something like that, and the Taurus, 220 bucks. But they're even on the low end of the scale, $300. They aren't the quality and reliability of this particular pistol right here. Well, what else you want to know? Well, hey man, how's it shoot? Nothing ticks me off more than to watch one of these damn videos and the guy's taking it out of the box and tells us pretty much everything we already know about it that we can read off the website, and he hadn't shot it. Well, hell, that's what we want to know about. Is the thing worth a crap? Well, is it? You're damn straight it is. It felt as good on the range as it did in the store. So we took it to the range the next day, and we took the LCP, loaded her up, 42, same ammo, 15 feet, shot 2 to 3 inch patterns. We don't get to shoot rapid fire at our range, indoor range, but we can shoot it pretty darn quick, and that's what I did. So at 15 feet, 2 to 3 inch groupings. I will admit my grouping was a little tighter with this, but that means absolutely nothing. I'm not Max Michel or anything. I'm just an average frickin' goat rancher shooting a gun. But you would think this one would be more accurate just because of the length of the barrel. Triggers are completely different, so you're shooting them back to back. It's like, you know, driving a go-kart and driving a Cadillac type of thing. You got to kind of get used to it. But they both do their job. You know, at 15 feet, if you're shooting 2 to 3 inch groups, you know, at somebody coming at you, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing with this gun. So, in that respect, it's perfect. Now, having said that, the trigger is awesome. It's a Glock. It says so right there. See? I'm not kidding. Has a nice trigger on it, predictable. You know what's going to happen, and the reset is very, very short on this weapon, and I just love it. I didn't even notice the recoil. I just didn't notice it at all. You go shoot this thing at the range, you know it's in your hand. You know you've shot it. If you think you're going to go to the range and shoot, you know, 50 rounds, 100 rounds of this, you're out of your mind. It's just not a lot of fun. You take this one to the range and shoot 50 rounds through it or more, I think you're really going to enjoy it, whereas you probably won't do that with most 380 pistols. Small ones, big ones, whatever you're thinking about. I've got a Walther PPK that I've had for 25 years, and it's just not a whole lot of fun to shoot. So anyway, it does shoot straight, does everything a Glock does. We ran a couple different types of ammo through it, and as usual, it eats everything, runs everything, no failures of any type, flawless. Typical trigger that if you have Glocks, you're going to like them. It also has the Gen 4 type mag release, a larger mag release, which I really like. And the thing you won't like about it, though, is if you've purchased a Gen 4 lately, what'd you get? Got 3 magazines. This one, you only get 2. So that's kind of a bummer, but, you know, keeps the price down. Like I said, you know, you throw another mag in there and they're going to put another 25, 30 bucks on it. But it is what it is. Like I said, shot them both side by side. Muy fun. Not so much. I think you'll like it too. Of course, this has got that double action only long ass trigger, no safety. This one has the Glock trigger safety on it, but other than that, she's clean as a whistle, nice and smooth. Better sight system, of course. I don't know if no, I don't know. A regular set of aftermarket sights might fit in here. That's something I'll have to make note of and go check. But this has your typical Glock sight system. but I'm sure you can also change that if you want, and I'm sure many people will. Am I going to change this thing out for my LCP as my everyday carry? Nah, probably not. It's mainly because this thing is very small, very light, very compact, reliable, works well. That's what's important to me right now. I rarely notice I have this, which may not be good either, because sometimes I need to know that I have it. I've forgotten about it. But down the road, yeah, I'll probably be carrying this. I do love this gun, and I'll carry it occasionally anyway. My kind of weekend gun is this Beretta Nano. I like the single stack 9 deal. Check out the size on this, it'll freak you out. It's almost identical. Actually, the Glock is a smidgen longer, not as wide, but you have to understand this holds more ammo than this one. And I think in the long run, this is what Glock's plan is to tease us with this, jump on the 380 bandwagon, get everybody to buy one, get everybody to love it, which they will. And 18, 24 months down the road, they're going to give us what we wanted anyway before they introduced this, which was a single stack 9. What are we going to call this thing? Can't call it the baby Glock. Already got one of those. So you're going to call it the infant Glock, or the fetus Glock, or the mini Glock? I can't call it the midget Glock. That'd be politically incorrect. I don't know, call it what you want. But whatever it is, I just call it fun. Anyway, guys, that's my 2 cents worth. And you know what they say, you get what you pay for. But I will tell you this, I love this damn gun, and I think anyone that shoots it will too. I think you just have to be, you know, in a coma not to enjoy this thing. Because it was fun. We're going to shoot again some more this weekend, put a bunch of rounds through it, try to run some more ammo through it, different types. We've got 5 or 6 different types of ammo we can run through it. The biggest downside to this gun is it only holds 6 rounds, which means after 6 shots you gotta reload. And just about the time you have a big old shit-eating possum grin on your face, you gotta put it down, you gotta reload it and shoot it again. So just buy you a bunch of mags, and my advice is go get you one of these puppies. I think you'll love it. So till next time, you guys be safe, be aware, be prepared, and thanks for watching. Adios.